There have got to be like 100 different videos out there on how to sing with distortion and how to scream, how to do the inhale stuff, the exhale stuff, just all the genres and subgenres, deathcore. It's just incredible how diversified aggressive singing has become. So I don't want to even add to that. There's a lot of good instructional videos out there, but they're all very specific to each tiny little niche that they're going for. Nothing wrong with that. I just want to add in a little bit of perspective here, a little bit of balance, just in that any of this stuff, where it all came from, is from, gospel and blues, from early Americana, of just people hollering without amplification. Their voice would distort, and those folks walking by the church, let's say, would hear that, "Oh, my Lord, somebody testifying!" And it would go, "Jesus, this guy is passionate." And so that distorted sound has sort of become synonymous with passion, and then like everything, it becomes contrived, because then people who are not that passionate about what they're singing about are just focused on making distorted sounds. And so keep in mind that the sentiment, the words you're saying, should always be the driver of how much distortion, what kind of power, what kind of push goes behind there. Is when the lyrics are attached to what you're distorting, there is a whole lot of forgiveness in there, physical forgiveness. But when you're just going for a raspy sound, you're going to put on the brakes. Your body instinctively is going to brace in anticipation of some random load that you're about to deliver your vocal folds, and it's going to create a lot of irritation. I never say that there's a safe way of screaming, because screaming or howling, all that stuff is unsafe deliberately. It's for that reason. It's like saying I would get a tattoo, but I don't want one that hurts. There's the whole reason you get a tattoo is that it's a badge of honor. So think of it this way. Picking and choosing is a far better way to sprinkle little aggressive lines, little aggressive words here and there in your singing, and it will make the entire song sound aggressive. You don't have to hammer every single word to let people know you're a passionate singer. So try this exercise, just 3 notes. We're just going to go like this. But I want you to place your hands here on your abs. I know there's a lot of different schools of thought of where it should come from here. You should be banging and sort of getting this area very tense in here. But just try this for a second. Hey, 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 with absolutely nothing happening here in your core. Nothing. Hey, 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 just nothing. Hey, 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 nothing. So now do this. Just the top note. Hey, 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 just a little bit extra. You don't want it to show up here. We're still not overloading that much. Let's just go for a little bit of grit on that top note. Hey, 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 just that note alone. Hey, 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 ho, 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 ho. Oh, we'll give you a little bit more depth in working with it. Let's try one more here. Ho, 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 ho. The goal here is to try to minimize how much body, how much torso, how many core muscles are getting involved. Minimize that and still hear the difference in that higher note. Downgrade how much rasp you're creating, and you will have an upgrade in control factor. So now I'd like to flip it. Let's make the middle notes only. Same thing, but we'll go ho, 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 ho. Every other note gets the hit, but it's a minimal hit. Ho, 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 ho. Here. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Just a tiny extra will do it. Ho, 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 ho. And here. Ho, 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 ho. Allowing yourself to pick and choose which notes get that dirt and which ones don't get the dirt will then allow lyrics to eventually come in and dictate where you're going to turn up the jets and where you're not going to. If something as simple as this is elusive to you, if you find you need to rasp up every single note in this little triad, then you're driving way too many muscles in order to get your imbalanced sound, your deliberately imbalanced sound. So I would highly recommend you back off what you're doing. And this is just vocalizing here. So you're just practicing so that you've got some incremental control. Every note of the song, you know, in my theory, every single note of the song should not be the same sound. If you mix it up just a little bit in terms of a variation of velocities, a variation of rasp and grit, it sounds more human. It sounds more like it's being lyric driven. Not only is that easier for the listener to absorb, it's a lot easier on your body to absorb. Take this very slowly. Always warm up before it. Always cool down after it. If you hurt or tickle or create a cough, means you got too much tension, deal with the tension first. Ironically enough, this raspy stuff is best done in a very loose and kind of compliant physical, environment here. Vocal track is what it's called. All right, good luck to you. I'm Mark Baxter for Lesson.com.